At some point, you've got to quit asking questions and you've got to test and try your ideas, your offers. That's my big takeaway, one of my big takeaways from the mastermind in Paradise that I was just at in Mexico. Listen in for more.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
Okay, first off, this is so fun. I'm using the Wireless Go 2 plugged into my iPhone. This is so fun. With a lavalier mic as I'm walking. And because I use the Shure MV88 a lot, but in that particular case, you've got to have the phone, pointed towards that mic pointed towards your mouth, which is cool and no problem. But what I was really wanting to do was, I might save this for another episode. Why don't I do that? I'll save it for another episode. Just know that I'm having fun with the tech toys right now. Look at me, changing and growing, getting back on track. Usually I'd go down some crazy rabbit hole. All right, of course, as everybody knows by now, or if you're brand new to my podcast, I was just at Russell Brunson's Mastermind in Paradise. And 300 or 400 of my closest internet marketing friends were there, as was my son Waylon, who was with me. And so you have an opportunity when you're at a mastermind like this to ask questions of people who are further ahead than you. Like, there were people there that are super successful in the online marketing space. Eileen Wilder, Daryl Eves, the YouTube guy, Myron Golden, basically anybody that you see on a Russell Brunson stage or in any of Russell Brunson's trainings or Russell Brunson's webinars or Russell Brunson's ads when he refers to people that have had success with him, or that he's using those, he's bringing those people in to teach concepts because they're successful. I think you get what I'm saying. Usually a good chunk of those people are at Russell's masterminds, and at any given mastermind it could be a different selection of people, so there's no guarantee of who's going to be there, but there's successful people there who are using ClickFunnels, and successful people too who may not even be on stage, but who are just there learning, growing, sharing, networking. Okay, I think you get the point. So depending on where you are in your journey of your online business journey, your internet marketing journey, there's great stuff to be learned, there's great stuff to be shared, great ways to serve. So I've been in the space for a couple years and am pretty embedded in the process, know what's going on, have got to do some things. So not only am I picking people's brains, but people are picking my brain. They're like, wow, you've had a certain amount of success. I publish all the time, so that's one thing that people gravitate to. I love the podcasting space. I'm very consistent. There's obviously my testimonial work, how to get testimonials, your customer testimonials on video. You can always go to testimonialguy.com to learn more about that. But one thing that I can do is, I've got a couple coaches. I have the coaches within the 2CCX. That's Russell Brunson's the lower end coaching. not the lowest end, but a lower end coaching at $25,000 a year to $30,000 a year if you pay monthly. That's not very low end, is it? So funny. So I am asking lots of questions, constantly looking for validation of my ideas within this small ecosystem. Or if I'm confused, I'll ask questions on how does this mean. So what would be a most recent question is continuity. I've had a question on continuity in Russell's linchpin model. He's talking a lot now about continuity. If you don't have continuity, you don't have a business. And I can't remember who he gives credit for that quote to, but that's one of Russell's things these days. You got to have continuity. And so as the testimonial guy, my brain was was absolutely rejecting this idea of continuity. I'm thinking, how am I going to have continuity? And people would consistently tell me, oh, well, of course, get people's customer testimonials monthly. So as they have new successes with new clients, as you're having success with your new clients, I can systematically every month get new stories. So you're having fresh testimonials. Perhaps we get that needle in the haystack case study type testimonial where you have really transformed a customer. Like, so with whatever you do, if you're helping a customer sell more, you're coaching that customer, or I'm in the mind, body, soul space a bunch, so perhaps you've transformed someone's, soul, right? How they feel about themselves, I don't know, but you get that one story that's so powerful. You get it on video. You get the details that you can really build your business off that story. That's one thing that Russell Brunson is gifted at, is he gets that one story and he blows it up. Liz Benny, Liz Benny's one of the stories. The story about the green juice guys. What's their name? I can't remember. He leveraged that story. Lady Boss. He's leveraged that story, and now he's got a new thing going with Lady Boss. He bought the business, and so he's going to try exploding that business with network marketing. So he's laid the groundwork for that story. He's like, watch, come along the journey and watch this. I'm very interested when I go back and listen to this to see if the traffic is quiet, if the background noise. What I'm hoping is that as I'm using a lav mic as I'm walking, that it cuts out more of the ambient sound, the surrounding sound. Anyway, so I am constantly looking for validation of my ideas and what I'm doing. And oftentimes it's by asking questions of those that are ahead of me, or those who are walking beside me. And it's kind of a soft pitch too, I'll be honest with you, right? Because you're throwing hooks out there. I'm throwing hooks in the water. This is what I do. I'm the testimonial guy. I get your perfect customer video testimonials so that your customers can gladly do your selling for you. All without you having to lift a finger, I might add. So I'm constantly having these conversations when I'm in that networking event. So it's fun to test that, right? I get validation. Now and then someone will say, ooh, I'm interested, I want to know more. But also, when I find somebody who's like Eileen Wilder, I had a great conversation with her. And it was this Eileen Wilder conversation actually at Mastermind in Paradise where I absolutely had the thought in the moment. It was like lightning. I'm done asking questions. I've got the answers I need. I've got everything I need. It's time to take it to the market outside of this networking group. People have been telling me this as well. They're like, you have everything you need. You just need to get it to market. And so there's a fear associated with that, right? Big fears. I want to know how it's going to look. I'm a perfectionist in many ways. So a lot of fear of, I don't know how it's going to look. How's this going to go? Is my message right? Am I saying it right? I want the perfect continuity out of the gate. I want everything perfect out of the gate. And it just doesn't work that way. And as I ask questions, I'm searching for the perfect instead of doing and testing and trying. And that's how you create the perfect. It's by testing and trying, you create the perfect. And asking us questions are great, but I need to go to market, find customers, and ask my customers the questions so I can make it perfect. How can I make this better? Is there anything, what am I missing here? What else do you want to know? How can I serve you better? This stuff is finally starting to coalesce for me. But yeah, so I'm sitting there talking with Eileen Wilder. We ended up at this Mastermind in Paradise. There was plenty of playtime, and so we went to one of these parks, these cool adventure parks that they have, like eco-style adventure parks, pseudo-eco-style adventure parks, Mexico-themed adventure parks. It's a ton of fun. Anyway, I end up, with Eileen, I'm next to her on one of these adventures, one of these parks. So I have an opportunity to ask questions, talk about what I do. And I've been really frustrated with this idea of continuity. And how am I going to offer continuity to my testimonial clients? And people have been telling me, well, duh, get your testimonials, continue to get testimonials for them. And it just didn't make sense to me, or my brain rejected it, or that's not the answer that I wanted. I think that's more of it. It was not the answer that I wanted. I was shopping for other answers. And so I'm sitting there chatting with Eileen, and I said, I'm really torn with this whole continuity thing in my testimonial business. I don't get what I'm going to offer. And she goes, well, that's easy. Just keep getting their testimonials. And it was such a dumb moment. It was like she slapped me on the side of the head. Eileen Wilder is super successful in our space. So that would be like if you were in the phone gadget space and you were sitting next to Tim Cook and you asked Tim Cook, hey, I'm trying to sort out this question. He's like, well, just make an iPhone product. And you're like, oh, duh. Duh, okay, I get it. So you get what I'm saying. I'm hanging out with Eileen. I have this oh, duh moment as she smacks me on the side of the head. Well, just keep getting your customer testimonials. Customers need updated testimonials. There's more stories to tell. She didn't say it exactly like that. That's my retelling of it. And she goes, for example, I pay somebody to make, my reels and that content for me. So I hire somebody once a month. They come out and we film, and that content is repurposed. And she said, hey, I'm on the, it's a monthly thing. So I don't re-sign up every month. She says, it's on autopilot. It's what I do monthly. That's the continuity that she pays for. I hope it's okay that I said that, Eileen, if you happen to listen to this. But I had this duh moment, this slap on the side of the head. I'm done asking questions. And not only with continuity, but just across the board, all this stuff. I've been searching for answers. And I have the answers. I need to test and try. The flip side, or another way to think about this as well, is, people will say, no, you float a question out to 10 people. 5 are going to say, great idea. The other 5 are perhaps going to poo-poo that idea. And it's time to start trusting my gut and asking the market, right? Oh my gosh, it's just so exciting. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, I've got everything I need. I've got the confidence. A new fire's been lit under me. And that is one of the big takeaways from the mastermind in paradise for myself. I am done asking questions. It's time to test and try these ideas at the broader market, start putting it out there. And I would challenge you to ask yourself, where could you start testing and trying and bringing your ideas to market instead of continually searching for the right answer so it can be perfect when you go to market? Is it time for you in any of the areas of your life where I've got enough information from the people around me, from my network? I've asked this question enough. It's time to test it and try it to the broader market. All right, do me a favor, send me a ping if you like this episode. Of course, leave me a review and subscribe and enjoy the outro.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.